Alexis Mac Allister's dad has spoken about his happiness to remain at the club and his being comfortable described staying at the club. What does that actually mean? And will the Argentinian midfielder be moving on in the summer? Plus, Arne Slot has spoken at his press conference saying that he does wish that there were more reinforcements in January. People, it's the LFC Focus show. Please sit back, relax. Here with Ram and Jamie, and let's get into this.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Ain't free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, be the best, we come again. Kopish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kopish, this is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Good morning, lovely people. I hope you're well and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel and all that good stuff. Also, make sure you subscribe to Ram's channel, the Ram Stand, and Jamie's channel, Liverpool FC Chats. Boys, how you guys doing today?
Jay, is it me or is Cal lagging for you?
You're lagging a little bit, yeah.
Okay. It's okay. A little bit, yeah. But other than that, we're all good.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. But you're fine now.
Let me come out and come back in then.
Yeah. Okay.
You sure I'm all good now?
You're good now.
You're fine there. Yeah, you're fine there. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. Great start. Great start.
Yes, boys. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right, boys. How is everything going on in the world of Liverpool? There's stuff to talk about. Arne Slot has had his press conference. Mac Allister's dad has spoken as well. But we're going to start with the Argentinian midfielder and just the midfield situation as a whole. So obviously, Mac Allister, up until the beginning of this season, was seen as maybe Liverpool's most loved midfielder and arguably Liverpool's best midfielder. However, this season, it's been the complete opposite. Many would say he's probably been our worst performing midfielder this season. That being said, there's always been rumours about his want to play for one of the Spanish giants, a la Real Madrid or Barcelona. And with him going into 2 years left on his deal and no news of a new contract, Ram, I'll start with you. Do you think there's a danger, despite his dad saying he's happy and comfortable at Liverpool, do you think there's a danger that we potentially lose him in the summer?
Danger potentially, but my main worry with all these players, and it's not only Mac Allister, it's
oh fucking hell.
It goes for
You're not gonna do a Callum, are you, James?
Wow,
I've got to lay off the burgers, man. Sorry, go on.
If we go off the contracts of like Mac Allister, Szoboszlai, and players like that, I don't want any player to go on a free. Like we've had the situation with Ibu Konate. I don't want us to go through it again. And look, I hate it when a player goes for free because you're letting a player go without getting any sort of like payback for it. Like you have all these assets of talent, and like unfortunately, whilst they are human in the eyes of the football club, they are assets. And if you're not going to build on your wealth, which allows you to go into the market and do extra business, then why let him go on a free? It doesn't make any sense. So I don't mind if he's happy to be here. I'm more worried about let's keep the value up. So if he does want to leave, we'll get some money out of him, unfortunately. So yeah, if he's happy to stay and we get the Mac of last season, then I'm happy. But that's if he comes back, which I'll let Jamie get onto because he's a massive Mac Allister fan of the family.
Jay, I am going to come to you. Ram said something there. If we get the Mac Allister back of last season, do you think that's possible given that he's been running to the ground for club and country, but also how we set up as a team now and the personnel that we have at the club?
I don't think he was all that last season either. Wow. But look, The last two, this season and last season. I think there's. I keep saying it. I think there's two McAllisters. It's McAllister on the ball and McAllister off the ball. And McAllister on the ball, I'm not going to sit. He's not a shit player. Obviously, he's a very good player on the ball. Good at, he's our best midfielder. Maybe crashing into the box, and then good runs. He's pretty good in the air for someone his size as well, and he's got a good shot on him. Scores goals. So he's not like he's a bad player or anything. I don't think he's ever been a world class footballer, but it's his off the ball stuff that worries me the most. Especially the way the Premier League is. I think you just got to have a little bit more athleticism in your midfield, and he gets caught out a lot now, especially in transition. When the game is slow and everything's in front of him, and he can sit there in the six sometimes, like he's done in previous games when there's no press on him and he's got all time. He looks good at that because the ball's at his feet and he can control. When a team is starting to press for our midfield, I think that's when McAllister's at his weakest, and he gets found out time and time again, especially this season and last season. To be fair, he's him on the ball last season. He was excellent. Him off the ball last season, he was still the same as he is this season. But because he was much better on the ball last season, he didn't get as noticed so much.
Yeah,
I think McAllister's easily upgradable for me. But I don't think Arne Slot wants him gone. I think Arne Slot likes McAllister. He probably thinks he's an intelligent part of his midfield, the IQ of his midfield. I believe that's what he feels of him. And I think he'll stay at Liverpool. I think Curtis Jones is one who's going to be sacrificed.
We'll get to that, Jay. We'll get to that. I know that winds you up.
Cal, when we last talked about Curtis Jones, there was a massive debate about him on Kop-ish.
I'd keep Curtis personally. Jay said something there which a lot of fans haven't said over the last couple of years, that he's not a world-class player. I kind of got a lot of flack from saying that I don't think he's world-class yet, even though I think he could become world-class. But also, Ram, you also spoke about you don't want to let players go for free. Has that sort of been taken away from clubs now, though? Because effectively, if McAllister sits there and says, I don't want to sign a new contract, but also I don't want to join a club, or Real Madrid is the only club I want to join, but Real Madrid don't want to pay for me, is there anything we can actually do about it?
Look, if the player doesn't want to sign a contract, then at the end of the day, the club has... If the club don't see him as a long-term asset, then unfortunately you're going to have to let him go. And that's whether the club see him as an asset for the next. I'm not talking just the next 2 years. I'm talking about the next 4 to 5 years. If he's going to be at the club for the next 4 to 5 years, then you're better off keeping him. But if you see him only here for another couple more years, that I might as well just cash in on him, because
I agree. But what if the player goes, I only want to join Real Madrid, and what if Real Madrid say, well, we'll wait for you for 2 years?
If it's just Real Madrid, then I'm sorry, there's other clubs in the world. Like at the end of the day, we're a massive institution, and we can sell him off to anyone else. I know Bayern Munich would be more than happy to get him. I know that, but depending on the finances of Barcelona, and if there is any truth to the DIC deal in Barca, then they're more than happy to get him.
They've been linked with DIC.
Yeah, it's been in the murmurings for quite a while now. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's
who's DIC?
Dubai.
They were the consortium that was looking to buy Liverpool before FSG bought Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I've heard a couple of murmurings over there, as well. So again, there's always going to be a suitor out there. So at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to sign the contract, then I'm gonna do my best to get him sold to some other club if he doesn't want to stay.
Well, I look at right. So McAllister's 27 years of age. Yeah,
he's at 26, or is he just turned 27?
He turned 27 on Christmas Eve, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably now at the peak of what he is going to be as a footballer, right?
Yeah.
as a central midfielder, about 27 years of age. 2 years' time, he'll be at the end of his contract. He'll be in his 30th year. If we're worried about Mac Allister's fatigue and legs not being what they were 2 years ago, is it actually a mistake to give him a new contract?
Not if you're going to sell him off.
Yeah, but if you're going
Like
to sell him off, you just sell him this summer and get the money for him now. I think we have to be careful, because what I get a bit annoyed at as a Liverpool fan sometimes, I think we keep players too long. And then, like with Salah now being 33, big contract, and it's not me, but a lot of Liverpool fans are now sort of like, oh yeah, Mo can go now. I've seen enough and all that sort of stuff. You don't want to you don't want to play to get to that where you start to turn on them a little bit, Yeah. And I look at Alexis Mac Allister and what we play, the way we want to play in our midfield. I think you need more legs and energy for a Premier League team in that midfield area. And I just don't see that with Mac Allister for the next 2 years. I've always said it. He's not a 10. He can't play in the 10 position. He just can't. And his best position, he's a one-positional midfielder. Like, if you've got Szoboszlai's already shown he can play in multiple positions, can't he? And play at a very good level, right? Gravenberch can, Gravenberch he won the Premier League being a 6. He can play the 8. He can play multiple positions. When you look at Mac Allister, Mac Allister's just an 8. That's his position. And when I hear people always say, if you had a better DM alongside Mac Allister, he'll look better for it. I know Cal said this before. I don't like babysitting footballers in my team just to make them look better, if that makes sense.
Unless they're like genuinely world class.
Yeah, unless they're on like elite level, then you build a team around them. It's different. Yeah, you get the best.
Unless they're like Thiago level, basically.
Yeah, and that's not Mac Allister. So I always feel like we're babysitting Mac Allister a lot in midfield sometimes to try and get the best out of him because he's so one positional. And I look at Wirtz, he can play off the left, he can play off the 10, he gives you great performances. Szoboszlai can play right back, right side midfield, 6 and an 8 gives you good performances. Gravenberch in the 6 and 8 gives you good performances. Curtis Jones in the 6 and 8 at right back gives you good performances. Mac Allister's the odd one out in that midfield in that sense. And if you want to play him in a deeper position in that 8 where, he's more of a controller, then he's got to have better athleticism in himself to defend better in space when the game gets stretched, and he hasn't got that. So if we think of it like that, Mac Allister is the odd one out in our midfield.
I hear it. All right. Now, currently, the news over the last week was about Curtis Jones. Do you both think Curtis Jones stays beyond the summer, or do you think he's gone?
I think he's gone.
I think he stays. I think the club. I think one thing we need to realize is also the homegrown quota we have, especially when we sign Jeremy Jacquet, because he doesn't count as homegrown. He doesn't count as unregistered for next season, which is crazy because he turns 21 in July. We can't afford to sell him. We have to keep him. Our homegrown quota stinks. We can't rely on unregistering under 21s to make up the depth. The thing is,
why not? It's what a lot of teams do.
But then, if we have a situation like this season where we have Ibu out, Gomez out, and we have to rely on the under 21s.
They don't have to play. You just have to register them.
But then, that again, it goes back to my point. If we don't have a good squad,
not really.
Then
it's what all clubs do, man. It's what all clubs do.
Well, you don't want to be in a City situation when they have to rely on a lane for a couple of matches. That's the main thing you don't want.
I think homegrown thing's a bit overrated, personally.
I think it makes up under Klopp we had a good, very, very good homegrown quota, and that's one thing that we need. And regardless, even if we have under 21 players, even if they're unregistered, they can still be a part of the squad. Regardless, they just don't count, which is a bit weird. So, for me, the more squad depth we have, the better, because we can't afford to have like injuries left, right, and center like we saw this season. We have no Isak, we have no Frimpong, we have no Bradley, we have no Gomez. It's just, yeah, we can't. I don't think we can afford to have Curtis Jones leave.
Big up Sam in the chat.
I've not said nothing
I
bad
don't
yet.
think Jamie is that different. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I'm the same 24 hours a day.
He literally is, yeah.
But have I actually said anything?
No, you haven't. You haven't said
No.
anything.
Nah.
I mean, that's what Sam's probably saying because
Yeah.
you haven't said anything crazy. He's thinking you're different. Like, it's just
I-
a matter of time.
I think Curtis Jones is available to be sold, because the problem is the rumours of Tottenham were kept appearing earlier in the January window. Nothing happened. And Inter Milan made a bid which we know was official, right? And Liverpool turned it down at the time. The only reasons clubs make bids for players is when they've heard they're available, right? And there's a possibility that things
I
can
disagree
happen.
with that, Joe.
Curtis Jones is available to be sold. Curtis Jones will be sold in the summer. Okay, it's something we just have to get used to. Slot doesn't like him. It's very obvious it's going to go. They'd rather keep, in my opinion, Liverpool would rather keep Mac Allister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai over Curtis Jones if they had to give, because they all need new contracts. The fact that Curtis's contract isn't sorted yet, where you'd argue it's the easiest to do. Szoboszlai might have eyes on Real Madrid because of the Puskas stuff, being Hungarian and all that, right? He might have eyes on that one day in his future, right? Gravenberch might have ideas of moving elsewhere in his future because he's so young. And Mac Allister, being a Spanish player, they always look at the Barcelonas and Real Madrids as a possible place to go and play football eventually. Curtis Jones is scouted through and through and loves this football club to death, yeah? He's on a small contract, right? Cheap wages. He's the easiest one to do, without a shadow of a doubt. The fact that they've not done that yet is worrying to me. It's worrying to me. How the hell can you not get... Yeah, he's Argentinian, not Spanish. Spanish speaking, you know what I mean, guys.
So the rumours are
that's the worry I have with Curtis, man. It's the worry I have. And I don't want him going. I'd have Mac Allister leave over for Curtis Jones every day of the week.
So Curtis is rumored to want around 200k a week. That's the rumor. I don't know how true that is or not.
Give it to him.
Would you two be willing to give him 200k a week if you're running Liverpool? Would you do it?
Well, Mac Allister's on 150, so he's going to want 200, ain't he?
I think Mac Allister might want more than 200.
So if I'm looking at...
Dare I say, if again, I hate to use him as the yardstick, but it kind of, it's what we've done as a club. If Gakpo's on 250, if I'm Mac Allister, I'm probably asking for about 250, 275.
So if Mac Allister's wanting, say Mac Allister's wanting over 200 grand a week, Curtis Jones has every right to ask for 200 grand a weekend, because Curtis Jones is as important to Liverpool as Alexis Mac Allister is. So if Liverpool are thinking about giving Alexis Mac Allister a new contract, which is 200k a week or up, if I'm Curtis Jones, I'm looking at it and going, I am just equally as important to Liverpool Football Club as Alexis Mac Allister is. Plus, I'm younger, and I'm probably going to give you more to this football club than Alexis Mac Allister will. I don't want to go anywhere. This is my club. I'm just as influential as Alexis Mac Allister. So, yeah, he deserves it if you're thinking of it like that.
But then it's all about a hierarchical order, isn't it? It's a bit like, say for instance, Camavinga and Valverde. Like I don't know how much both of them are on, but Camavinga sees what Valverde's on. He's like, oh, I'm just as important to Real Madrid as Valverde is, because when he does play, he has a big influence from the past couple of seasons that we watched him. It's different. It's all about hierarchical order, and for the club, they've always seen Jones as either fourth choice or fifth choice at best in a three-man midfield. Like, he's always the go-to guy to come off the bench, whilst the starters, they're there every single day. and Maka, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch are all the starters. And that's one of the reasons why. I just think for someone who is influential in the club, they don't, for that kind of money. Again, it depends, because our club, compared to other clubs in the top 6 of the Premier League, we're like one of the lowest paying base salary wage giving clubs. Like, I think only Chelsea has less than us, which is crazy. And at the end of the day, if we want to retain some of these players, I've said this since 2021, you're gonna have to push the boat out for some of these wages.
Yeah.
Because we're competing with other clubs who are willing to give these players these wages. Tottenham are willing to give Curtis Jones 200k a week. So the club has to realize that at some point, our salary cap that we have for some of the players, like we saw it with Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, at some point we're going to have to raise the base salary cap for the club.
No, I agree. Like Curtis Jones at Tottenham. Look, Curtis Jones went to Tottenham. He's Tottenham's best midfielder by a country mile. So the wages will be there for him. Look, at Liverpool, I'm not saying Curtis should be on 200 grand a week by any stretch of the imagination. He shouldn't be, right?
Comparatively.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is a player through their eyes. You got to go through their situation. So I think Bizzle just put in a chat, when Jones doesn't play, we don't miss him. I can say the same for Mac Allister. Do you know what I mean? If Mac Allister doesn't play, we don't miss him. The only 2 midfielders we miss when they don't play are Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. Right? They're the 2 we miss when they don't play. If Mac Allister and Jones don't play, we don't actually miss them. But what I'm talking about through the players' eyes is that Mac Allister's 27, wanting a new contract, which will probably take him up to 200k a week maximum, or minimum anyway. Curtis Jones will probably feel like in the last 2 seasons, he's played just as much as a part of Liverpool's success in the last 2 years as Mac Allister has, with the amount of games he's played and the positions that he plays. Like, if you need a right back, he'll play right back. If you need a 10, he'll play 10. If left wing, 6, 8, he'll pick up positions of play and be a pivotal part of that. So for his eyes, he'd be like, I should be as much or as close to an Alexis Mac Allister as I shouldn't be as close to a youth player, like picking up wages. I should be as close to the first team midfielders for Liverpool Football Club. So you can understand it from a Curtis Jones point of view, you know?
Yeah. Also, just to clarify to the people, because I know they said I know it says we have the highest wage in bill. That's because we only won the league.
Yeah.
The bonuses would have gone stupidly over the roof when we won the league. And I guarantee you, if Man City won the league, their bonuses would go through the roof as well. Like, if you look at our what I meant is, we look at our base salary that we give to a lot of these players compared to our compatriots in the top 6, is vastly different. Vastly different. The only one that is comparable is the top players like your Wirtz, Isak, Salah, and Virgil. Like, to an extent, Cody, but then again, Cody Gakpo's wages, some players at like Manchester City have the same amount. Like, that's that. They're not even starters.
So according to Liverpool, we don't do bonuses no more.
I think that's on some of the players, not overall.
I was just looking.
Salah.
Oh yeah, Salah gets like $1 million a week. We know, yeah. Mac Allister has only played 2 games more than Curtis Jones this season. So everyone talking about game time. Curtis has played 21 matches. Mac Allister's played 23.
Matt's probably got more minutes though. If I'm not mistaken.
That's the minutes is the big one.
Can I just ask you guys? So, if I was to say, how many players do you think Liverpool should have just for the pivot position? So forget about the number 10, because everyone knows that's nailed down. That's Florian. There's probably a wider conversation as to who deputizes Florian and who rotates with him when he needs rest, but we'll cover that in a different show maybe. How many players would you say we need for the pivot positions, realistically?
4.
See, I disagree. I think we need 5 or 6. But I'm not saying the 5th and the 6th choice should be of the same level as the 1 and 2 choice. But I think we need 5 or 6.
So you need 10 midfielders.
Well, no. You need 5 or 6 for the pivot and then 2 for the 10.
That's if we play that system. I've had this argument now for the last week or so, people, that I don't know if Liverpool like competition for places.
It feels that way.
Because I feel Liverpool want to buy a high quality 11, then it's very difficult to buy a quality that competes with that high quality 11. Like buying Wirtz as a 10, to buy another 10 of not equal quality, but of high quality that can come in so the difference isn't a massive drop.
So, really sorry to cut you. I should have been clearer to both you guys and everyone in the chat. I'm speaking about this on the premise that Arne Slot isn't here next season. Now, I've seen some of the round table, so God knows what's going to happen. My head is on Mars when it comes to that round table thing, just the timing of it, the PR spin and everything. But I'm going on the premise that Slot isn't here next season, but we still play a similar formation. Someone who would like to rotate and someone who would utilize the squad properly.
It's like if you look at Arsenal, they got a lot of players, yeah, but their two main midfielders probably play every week. They probably play every week in Zubimendi and Declan Rice.
Yeah,
and then they swap Odegaard out maybe every now and then. They bought Norgard. Norgard don't even get minutes. It was like pointless. He'll probably go in the summer. I think
Marino does get swapped out quite a bit, though.
Yeah, Marino comes in. He's quite a sub, ain't he?
Yeah.
I think you need competition there. I just don't. I think Liverpool. I think what they're doing. I like it that they're trying to buy quality high-end footballers, yeah, for positions on our pitch, which I get and admire, but I don't know if they're going to get the quality in depth that doesn't change the team too much when you make substitutions or rotation. Like getting a number 10, that's a quality footballer. That means that the quality don't drop if Wirtz ain't playing. I don't think Liverpool go looking at market. With a Gravenberch, I think Gravenberch is their main midfielder. So I don't think they're going to get a player to rotate with Gravenberch, but they might get a player to sit with Gravenberch that gives someone else freedom. But then you've got Szoboszlai, who I think Liverpool highly, highly rate, and don't think he's a rotational player. So I don't know what they're going to do in the market. That's why I said if we buy a midfielder this summer, it's one of the first teamers that get sold. I don't think a Walton comes in to replace Endo, because Walton won't play if that's the case.
I got a question, Kyle. So you said you wanted 6 midfielders,
5 or 6, depending.
5 or 6. What would be the names on that list?
In my dream scenario.
Your dream scenario, you're the manager, director of football. You're basically Fergie at Liverpool.
Okay, not Fergie, don't. So the 2 I definitely keep for the pivot, or the 3 I definitely keep is Sobo, Grav, and Jones.
Yep.
I would bring in Wharton if I could. So Wharton or Tonali, one of those 2, but I think Wharton's more attainable. Tonali would be my preferred choice, but Wharton I think is more attainable.
Yeah.
And then I would try and bring in someone like a boxer, but someone of a Belabor type midfielder.
Okay.
So I use him as an example. So Belabor. And then my 6th choice would be either Bichetic or Train Leone.
So Belabor and Walton
would come in and replace Mac Allister and or I tell you what, even Ayu, I know a couple of people in the chat. Buwadi, he's very good. My only concern is his age and all of that stuff, but he is very, very good though.
But
and he's used physicality. I mean, so if you're going Buwadi, it's either Buwadi, Wharton, or Tonali.
I hear if Walton comes in for Mac Allister, he might play games. If Belabor came in for someone, for Endo, he ain't playing games of football.
He's not playing games with this current manager.
I don't think he plays full stop.
I think he would. Again, I have to look at what we did in the season where we're chasing the quad. I've got to look at what Arsenal were doing when City were doing the treble. Rotate. When I say rotation, I'm not necessarily game by game. You've got different starters. but just taking minutes away from some of these players and building up an ethos in the club that goes, yeah, you might value yourself as important, and you are, but ultimately the team is the most important thing. So if you're not starting this game, it's not because we think you're crap, it's because we think we want to win multiple trophies. So
I'm with you. I agree with you. We all do. But I think Slot's staying next season, yeah? I think it's very obvious that Arne Slot's staying, right? So if Arne Slot, let's go on the premise that Arne Slot stays at Liverpool, yeah?
Oh.
Graham Birch is his guy, so he plays. Szoboszlai is his guy, so he plays. Right? Mac Allister and Jones, he's not too sure about. They both get about even kind of minutes and game time, right? If one of them goes, you get a new midfielder and he plays. If you get rid of Endo for another midfielder that you want in the squad, he ain't going to play 5 games of football under this manager. He ain't going to rotate that midfield enough.
I'll be honest.
So, like you said, it depends on manager, don't it?
Yeah, I'll be real with you, Jay. If Slot stays, I genuinely don't know what direction the club's going to go.
Aye.
And that worries me. That would worry me. Because I would see if Endo goes, then I reckon we just use I reckon we use Bichetic or Trainioni to.
Does anyone think, like, I think another manager would, but if Arne Slot stays for the next couple of years, does anyone think Trainioni is ever going to get first team football properly?
Probably not. Just on that, let's rotate before we do. Actually, let's get.
And I agree. Trey's a player; he should be playing a little bit more.
Yeah, I know you're right.
Yeah,
just get a word from our sponsors before we go to the next section.
Are you fed up of spending over £100 just for a football jersey? Well, so am I. So why not check out okjersey.com? Right, people, you can pay £15. That's right, £15, and grab yourself a Liverpool jersey. 15, not 50, 15. All you have to do to get a further 8% off as well is use the promo code Kopish, Kopish, people. Check out OK Jersey right now. And look, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Ladies, if you want to get in your man's good books, some football shirts is a good way of doing that. Gents, maybe you even want to get your wifey one. Check out okjersey.com. Check it out now.
Big up to okjersey.com.
I thought it was Blue Chew. Sorry, I do apologise.
I told you, Sam, it wouldn't take long, bro. I told you.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Blue Chew, man. Literally, big them up.
Speak about Arne Slot. I'm not going to go into everything he said in his press conference, but one thing that did stand out to me was the fact that he said he wanted reinforcements. Now, obviously, besides Jeremy Jacquet, I know that one split the fan base. I'll be honest, I'm split 50-50 on the deal and the player as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did he split the fan base?
Yeah.
How honest do you want me to be about it?
Be honest. Very honest. I haven't heard your thoughts on it.
70 million for a player who's played one season of football. If I'm not mistaken,
Peter wanted to spend 100 million on Belabor last season after 1 year.
No, Belabor had 2 by that point. But he's also Prem proven, and even still, I thought 100 million.
And then this year, Belabor's crap. So it's like,
precise. And
this is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying after 1 year, and this is why I get irritated, Cal. Like when people go, "Oh, so and so was great last year. Let's go and buy him." I'm with you on the. I've not seen him play. I have no idea of the guy. I only hear good things about him. But you are right. It is 70 million for Liverpool. It's unheard of for Liverpool to do this, by the way.
Yeah, it's a big
Liverpool don't usually go big money like this on an unknown player.
By the way, I'm not saying it's a bad signing. I just looking at the overall situation, I think we needed a more experienced centre back. Now I don't know what the plan is for the summer. I also think that the price point for him is a lot of money, and also I can only go off highlights, but from some of the highlights I've seen, he's quite rash. He's good with the ball. He's quick. He's strong. He's front-footed, but he can be rash. And again, if we're going to just use highlights, some of the highlights are excellent, but I've also seen the highlights where Barcola is literally ripping him a new one, and he has Mare against PSG. And I'm thinking, you're going to come up against wingers who are very tricky and all that stuff. If we're using Jacquet as 4th choice centre-back next season, then cool. But if he's coming in as Ibu's replacement, then I'd be very worried because I think
that's the thing.
You just made him sound like Ibu to me, so it shouldn't be a problem.
So that's the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
because I've always maintained that he's great. He's a great centre back for his age. And look, £70 million. The only 70 million euros. Sorry, the market's inflated again. Like, for £70 million players is now going to be the norm for £40 million back in the day. It's just happened again, unfortunately. And look, the whole point of him being here is because he's been here for the long term. The only the questions I have is similar to yours, but I'm not going to have those questions yet until the summer transfer window. If we at the summer transfer window and we haven't signed another centre back, then it'll be like, you really want to put all your hopes into Jeremy Jacquet? I don't think that's a smart move. If we don't sign Ibu onto a new contract and he goes on a free, and we haven't signed a top level centre back, then I'm sorry, it's just that's where I have the question. But at the moment, for if we just talk about the player that we got and the caliber and the quality and also the age profile as well, he's a fantastic player. He's fantastic for his age. And look, the money, people say, look, is a lot of money, but that's just going to be the norm now. If the market hits another inflation point.
Leone is also considered a fantastic player for his age, and Leone was 30 mil, not mistaken.
Leone's the one. So I am more hype on Leone than I am Jeremy Jacquet.
That's what I'm saying.
I watched Leone the previous year, and I saw firsthand how good this guy is. Leone's who I'm hyped on. I can't wait for him to come back fit next season and show everyone how good of a centre back he's going to be for Liverpool Football Club. I'm very hype on him. Jeremy Jacquet, I know. I'll be perfect. I'm not going to pretend. I have no idea about this guy. As you said, Cal, I've only seen the clips that they put up on Twitter and all that recently in YouTube because we bought him, and I can only go on what Big Up Ram, who's seen him more than I have, who said, and and journalists and French media and pundits that say, oh, he's a class player and he's still raw, he's still quite green because he's only 20, but you can see the abilities there, in the years to come he's going to be a tremendous signing at Liverpool. So I can only go by that. I'm going to have to wait to see what he looks like when he plays. But if you're asking me right now, Leone's the one I'm putting all my money on right now.
All right, so let me ask you both a question then. Let's say Ibu does stay, and going into the season next season, our 4 centre backs are Verge, Ibu, Jacquet, and Leone. Is that enough for a Premier League, a Champions League push?
Verge, Ibu, Jacquet, Leone.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Only if Ibu stays. If Ibu goes, you've got a replacement,
Yeah, but on the premise that Ibu stays, would you not argue that we'd need another experienced centre back because Leone and Jacquet are so green, especially with Leone coming back from a knee injury, a bad knee injury as well? Would you not say that we're still a little short?
I think maybe that's why we should. Maybe that's what I believe we'll go back in for Gertruda in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gertruda will have a right back, left back.
Yeah, because I think left back. I think if Kanate stays, Liverpool don't buy another centre back. Yeah, in my opinion, I think that'll be what's happening. My issue's at left back because I think Robbo and Simicast will both leave in the summer, which means we've only got one senior left back. If you buy someone like a Gertruda who can play left back, play centre back, play right back, you're covered in that areas of the pitch. So I think that's why Liverpool were going for him this January, but for the future. So I don't know. Like Schlotterbeck, everyone keeps talking about Schlotterbeck. If you get Schlotterbeck next season, which if I'm Liverpool, I would. If he had 1 year left on his deal,
Schlotterbeck and keep Kanate, then
obviously
was set.
That means Schlotterbeck won't play because Virgil will play most games next season.
Or Jay, as you just said,
or you play Schlotterbeck at left back. Yeah, so you can mix it up a little bit, and then the year after, if Virgil does leave, my
table's rising, my hands are here.
My thing listening to Slot today, though, Arne's talking about Virgil staying for years to come yet.
So he didn't say years to come. So he says Virgil's got a year left, maybe more. But he also said that he can't play for another 10 years. But he also spoke about the fact that we need reinforcements, and it would be nice to do more, but it means now we've got a lot to do in the summer. Now, Jay, you've been saying this for a while that we might have another 300, 400 pound summer.
We will.
Is that the fact that Slot speaking like this does that mean we've just written this season off then?
Yeah, I think the season's written off, and they're going to see if we can do it in the Champions League. I think that's what they're looking at now.
All right, so let's say we go up in the next stage of the Champions League, God forbid. What happens then?
Then we just wait till May. We hibernate till May.
Do you still think he keeps
hibernate?
Look. Obviously, everyone's going off that round table thing because it was the three head honchos at Liverpool, doing that show, right? Obviously, it was a standard chartered show. They had to do it. It was already in the plans, yeah. It's still going to come across very PR-like, yeah.
Very PR,
right? Because Standard Chartered booked this anyway. It's all to do with Standard Chartered more than Liverpool, apparently. That booked this time with these three guys. But for Liverpool fans, it's going to stink of PR because the way we've been playing and the way Richard Hughes.
Let's cut you, Jay. Do we know when this was actually recorded?
It was recorded after the FA Cup game against Barnsley.
Okay.
It's recent.
It's recent. It's only a couple of weeks old.
Hell.
Yeah. Because they talk about games that's been very recent as well.
Oh, so that. I'm just going to say it because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I'm just going to speak from my point of view, not Matt, not Drifties, not Jays, not Rams. I think this stinks of PR. And when I hear things like, you know, even when you look at the framing of the actual video, the banner behind the three of them is something like support Liverpool or something like that. I'm sorry. Just because you criticize the club, just because you want better things for the club, doesn't mean you don't support Liverpool. This notion that, you have to just accept everything the club does or else you're not a supporter, that crap needs to stop. I can love my wife and I can still criticize traits of hers. She can love me, she can still criticize traits of me. Yeah, no, 100%. Trust me, you can ask her. I'll do it. Likewise, she loves me, but there's traits of mine that she's gonna hate. That doesn't mean she stops loving me. It means she can still criticize me and still love me. This notion that you can't say anything about the club or else you're not a real supporter really pees me off. Second of all, you're speaking about all of this stuff when we're sitting sixth in the Premier League, out of the Carabao Cup because you didn't care about it. No reinforcements in January. And when was this released? The day after the window shuts. But you know, the Planet Play here is really good. No, the Planet Play stinks because we're sixth in the league. Man United and Chelsea look like they're doing really well. And we are not looking like we're going to get further along in the process. We're still not any closer to having Frimpong and Bradley back. Gomez in the press conference might be involved in the squad, but again, Joe Gomez is so up and down with his fitness, it's unreal. Robbo looks like he wants out, but now he's going to stay until the end of the season. We don't know what's going on with Konate's contract. Flippin' Leone's out for the season. Virgil's aging. We're having to play Szoboszlai right back, which takes away from our midfield. Gakpo's been put on 250k and is stinking up the place. Salah's not doing much better. Isak's on the injury table. Chiesa's not rated, and Rio's played too many minutes for his age. So honestly, what are we seeing from Liverpool right now? Because I don't want to hear about long-term plan because everything's all good planning for the long term. In life, we all plan for the long term. Like, I plan for the long term for our kids. That doesn't mean I can't send them to school with food, though, because of what? I'm planning for the long term. No, I still have to implement stuff in the short term. We are getting things wrong at the moment. And don't get me wrong, I could be sat here in a year's time saying, hey, hold my hands up, I got it all wrong. But as of right now, this PR crap doesn't really wash with me. And it feels very, very reminiscent of when we had all those injuries back in the season after we won the league.
I agree with you, and this is why I said earlier in the show, does Liverpool believe in competition for places? That's why I go back to that. And Liverpool, they don't look at short-term goals. They look at long-term goals, don't they? So they gamble. They're always gambling, right? And you're right. It does come across very PR because of them circumstances. You know, the way Richard Hughes was saying like, I've always loved Arne Slot's football even before anyone knew about him. I knew about him and all this sort of stuff, and bringing him in, like his football's the reason we got him and all this sort of stuff. And then Slot today talking about we needed more reinforcements in January. I think they got long-term goals and they're not willing to act on the short-term. They want to do long-term. So for that reason, like you said, I think this summer, and I've said this for ages now, this summer will be a massive summer again where we spend. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll go close to breaking a British record again this summer for a player. I think they're going to go all out. They know what they need now. I think they know what they're at. They know where they're going. And, they'll have a massive summer, which they should have bought players this January. They should have bought defensive cover this January. We all know they didn't. But, yeah, the reinforcements come this summer.
All right. Let me ask you then. Name me the positions on the pitch that we need to address in the summer then, guys.
I personally think they will buy. I'm hoping. I'll go and hope, yeah. I'm hoping they go and buy another centre back. They need an experienced centre back. Because if Kanate does leave, you need another experienced centre back in there. And then you've got 2 experienced centre backs and the 2 young ones, right?
So sorry to cut you. So if Kanate stays, we need 1 centre back. If Kanate goes, we need 2.
I think they just buy 1. I just think they want 4 centre backs.
So just buy, all right, so 1 centre back.
This is my thing earlier, Cal, when I said I don't know if they want competition for places like we do. They'll buy. They will look at a right back because I think Conor Bradley's situation is extremely worrying. I think they will definitely buy a central midfielder. Now, everyone keeps going on about these magical DMs. Big up G, who said this earlier yesterday on Enzi's channel, by the way.
Big up
Liverpool
G.
Liverpool don't actually need a DM; they just need a midfielder because it's about structure and how you play more than it is about an individual defensive midfielder. Liverpool just need a midfielder. Liverpool also need a right winger and a left winger.
Ram, is there anything you'd add on to that?
It depends on who we get as the experienced centre back.
All right,
And-
throw a name at them, bro. Are we all in a...
We want Schlotterbeck, but he could play left back, right? But if if Robbo leaves and Simicast is sold on, because I don't think the club wants him, and I don't think any club in Europe wants him on a loan, then we need to get a backup left back at some point. And if we get Schlotterbeck, then cool. We don't need to get a backup left back, but that would also be added on top of the list that I've got in case.
All right. So
I'll give you names. I can give you a couple of names. I have this feeling Liverpool might go all out for Morgan Rogers in the summer. Aston Villa
To play left wing though, Jay.
I think Liverpool highly rate him. Also, it fixed that homegrown status as well. And I think Liverpool highly go for Morgan Rogers in the summer.
So if we go for Morgan Rogers, we have the assumption that he plays left wing but also rotates with Verts in the 10.
Yeah, ain't that what we want? Ain't that good?
Nope.
Not as a left winger though.
We need Jinky Majink.
That's the thing. I feel as though
we don't need.
It's so easy. I feel like as a left winger for Villa, it'll be very different for a left winger at Liverpool. And we saw what I feel as though if Gakpo played for a team that wasn't Liverpool, he'll probably be on double digits right now.
Far away from that.
Yeah, I agree. I think even though Gakpo's been poor this season, I think the system kills wingers. This system kills wingers, destroys them. It makes if you're bad, you look worse. If you're good, you look bad. If you're wicked, you look medium.
So if you think if Gakpo is at Man City, you'd have double figures in goals right now.
No, I think double figures is strong, but Gakpo would have more goals if he like playing for a team that actually.
Well, not like double.
When I say specifically, Gakpo, I think is a difficult example because he's ignored Kirk as when he has got the chance, when he has made the overlap, which is probably about a total of 7 times this season. But generally speaking, this system is not good for wingers, especially one-dimensional ones. That's why I said to Jamie, I think under this man, listen, if and hopefully when the manager's gone in the summer, then it doesn't really matter whether we get a Morgan Rogers or a winger that's like more like Luis Diaz. But in this system, you need a winger that can go both ways and be a lot more like unpredictable.
Basically, Bradley Barcola.
Relies on individual brilliance. This manager relies on individual brilliance.
It's ISO play, ISO wingers, bro. Come on, man.
Guys, Gakpo's only got 30 Premier League goals in his whole career.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a goal-scoring winger is not actually true.
Proper batsman. Like Gakpo scores important goals, but the notion that he's just this relentless goal scorer, I don't kind of know where that's come from.
He's got 7 goals.
It goes back to my point because I still feel as though if he was at Villa, he'll get a lot more goals.
Never,
because it's just the way they play.
No,
never.
From the wide areas, no.
I think the thing is, Gakpo has been so bad not in front of goal, but he's been so bad in his approach play. It's hard to hear that, but I do despite being shit, you can still look at someone's profile and go, cool, he'd have more goals playing in this way. But I think Gakpo's a bad example just because of how bad he's been outside of his finishing. But the bottom line is, like, for example, like if you're a one-dimensional winger, not even just for example, if you're a one-dimensional winger in this system, you're stinking. You're stinking.
And he won't play.
And even if you are good though, even if you are like a cold, how about this? Salah in some of his approach play nowadays is very one-dimensional, and stick 3 players on him, and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll get the Kopish treatment.
Yeah, but even then, like, even if we do get Morgan Rogers, he ain't playing Cam. I'm not swapping him out for Wirtz. And on the left wing, I just feel as though he's just not going to.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Ram. This is what we're as Liverpool Football Club. We're afraid of having a squad. We've been like this forever. So what's wrong with Morgan Rogers coming in to compete with Wirtz in the Cam?
Because he won't see any game time.
Yeah, but
he will not see any game time.
So this is what I'm saying as a Liverpool. Are Liverpool ever going to be able to have continued success at the top of the thing until we start getting competition for places?
Because I just don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll play well at left wing. I don't think you'll see game time at 10. And I feel as though Rogers is a 10. Like, he's not.
So Ram,
he's played well on the left this season, though. He has done well.
He's arguably one of the best left wingers in the league this season.
Yeah, probably getting the team of the year and be up for player of the year, Rogers.
So Ram, let me ask you then, who rotates with Wirtz? Because he can't play every minute of every game.
You have to get a hybrid.
So Szoboszlai can rotate with him.
No, it doesn't have to be Szoboszlai, bro.
No. Szoboszlai
it have to be Szoboszlai. Why are you doing? So, like, for instance, like Buwadi, right? Buwadi is so technically gifted. Like, wherever you play him, he's gonna do well.
Not
in the center of the park. In the center of park.
All right, so you said a hybrid. Morgan Rogers can play left. Again, I'm not saying I want Rogers my
play left, right, and 10, can't he?
Exactly. So is he not a hybrid, Rab?
Or you could get Rodrigo.
Harvey Elliott.
No,
or Harvey Elliott.
Rodrigo, but
Elise.
Yeah, but those guys.
I mean, it's been a while since Elise played 10, but he's still very technically good.
Elise in the 10 in this system.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm buying Rodrigo and Elise, I'm sticking them on the wings, and they're moving from the wings. So, because again, it's not just the starting 11 now; it's also who's there. Because again, Rio doesn't seem like he's going to get much of a chance. Maybe under the new manager, he will. On the right-hand side, if Salah goes and Elise comes in, great. We've upgraded the position, but what happens if Elise is out of the team? Who rotates with Elise?
We're a bet. Yeah, no, we do the squad, but we're
just gives you that homegrown as well.
We're a better team, by the way, with Rio. We're a better team with Rio starting. I just want to throw that one out there.
Where's that been proven, because he doesn't start?
Say that again, Carl.
I'd love to see Rio get 3 games in a row starting.
I didn't say Rio is. I said we're a better team. We're a better team. With me,
I think we're a better team I think we're a better team when Salah starts right wing.
Oh, of course.
The reason I say that, I said this the other day, and people came at me because he's been shit. I'm going to put a caveat. Yeah, I put a caveat on this. Yeah, Mo Salah's playing like shit. Right, he's not playing well, but because he's called Mo Salah, he occupies two players all the time, which means the attack has more balance and more room to play more attacking football. Just having Mo Salah on a pitch, teams know he's not great at the moment, yeah, but they won't take the chance by not putting two players on him.
No,
you know, because he's Mo Salah. So it makes us better in a way having him on the pitch, even though he's shit, if that makes sense.
But also 14 goals in our last, I think, 4 games.
And he's been playing in them.
And the previous 9 without him, you want to ask how many goals he scored then? Because it isn't 14.
No, exactly.
It's not 14. You know what I mean? So a lot less than it's significantly less. So the bottom line is, and also I think because we've been used to playing centre midfielders, right wing, having a right winger play right wing,
just different, isn't it? Yeah.
It's actually nice to see a player play in their position.
Mons, what you're saying, it gives us balance.
Yeah.
We'll just play a different formation.
Who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought?
Or just play players in their right position, or change your formation to get the best out of the players. Like this is simple, isn't it?
And that's a yellow card, by the way. And that's a bit crazy about context. Let me ask you guys a question before we start wrapping things up. Isak and Ekitike. What if we're actually looking at a system where we don't utilize wingers, or we're not heavily reliant on wingers, and it actually is a front two that we look to start implementing? Now, I know automatically people go, yeah, we've got Isak and Ekitike, it works. But I'm also going to show the other side of that is, if we've got Ekitike and Isak and they're starting games, you still need another 2 strikers in the team if we're not playing with wingers.
Yeah, you got to have 4 if you're playing.
You got to have 4. So I ask guys, are we going to play both up top?
Nah.
Or are we still going to have wingers, but sometimes we may go with
I'm very concerned about Isak's future at Liverpool.
Competition, man. Competition up top, bro.
Maybe I'm on my own with this. I think because Isak hasn't hit the ground running, because he's injured now, because Ekitike has been so good, I think everyone's just acting like, oh, we shouldn't have got Isak, and Isak won't get back into this team. At their best, when they're both at their best, like with all due respect to Ekitike, he's a baller, he's quality. But at their best, Isak is one of the best strikers in world football, not just the Prem, in world football. I genuinely don't know where, and it feels like it's coming mainly from Liverpool fans. Like
boiling my blood, bro. Get the manager gone. You're boiling my blood.
The reason I'm saying
I'm getting angry, innit? I'm getting angry.
I want Isak to stay. I just don't think. I don't see us under Slot playing both of them together up front with Wirtz in behind.
You don't need to play both of them. You don't need. You know why you don't need to play both of them? Because Gakpo is playing like a striker.
Yeah, but he plays.
Ekitike and Gakpo are playing the left wing striker soppy swap. That's what they're doing. Gakpo goes up top, Ekitike peels up to the left. Earlier on in the season, fans were adamant that Ekitike can't play left wing. That's what they were adamant. Adamant he can't play left wing.
Whoa, not adamant. We just didn't want to see it.
I was.
You're on that boat.
Man, wake up and smell the coffee. Man, we're adamant, innit? Man, we're adamant, bro. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't know Cal was adamant, bro.
That's why I said it. Adamant. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, and the thing is, a lot of Ekitike's actual danger has come in from that left-hand side. You know, or when he's dropped a bit deeper rather than him just standing in the box. Because Ekitike might be having a bit of the ADH. He doesn't like to just stand in the box and wait for the ball to come. You know what I'm saying? He has to be moving, has to do something. And I like my strikers like that. But if you swap Gakpo with Isak and let them, you know what I'm saying? Isak goes out to the left anyways. He done it with Gordon.
They can rotate and blend. Yeah, beautiful.
Exactly, done it with Gordon. A lot of Isak's danger, but when he ripped up Van der Ven, when he done that mazy run at Everton, a lot of these things have come from the left. That's how people compared him to Henry before they compared Ekitike to Henry, because he was tall, lanky, liked to peel off to the left, and his finishing was nasty.
And black.
No. Isak's darker than like. Come on, Isak's darker than Henry.
No, I agree, Mons. Look, I'm all about competition for places. I want Liverpool to have 22 players that can all compete with each other. Yeah, my worry is the man in charge of running the football club and the boss.
Oh, that's all of my worry.
That's my biggest issue with all this. I would love see if you're going to do a front three, you need a new right winger, next season, right? So if you do Isak through the middle, Ekitike after left, when them two can both swap positions because they both like playing left and through the middle,
right,
and then have Elise off the right, you've got probably the best front three in world football. And then Vert's just in behind, and then two holders,
and Sobo right back.
And that's how I'll go about it, right?
Yeah,
if you go and do that,
it's too early, bro.
If you go and do that, that's
a red. What are we doing? Yellow cards are red.
My worry is with this manager is that I think Isak was always the number one choice for Liverpool, as the main striker. Ekitike has been so good this year that it might have just switched and changed their mind, where Ekitike now has to be their main starter, and he won't drop Cody Gakpo, which means Isak would sit on the bench. And I worry for Isak that him sitting on the bench when he costs so much that Liverpool might then eventually look to get rid of him, which I don't think is the right thing to do. That's why I worry about Isak like that.
That's fair.
I want Isak to stay at the club. There should be rotation. It's great competition for places between two elite level strikers at the moment. Bring it. I want it.
Guys,
I worry about what the manager feels.
Guys, can I quickly ask this?
Real quick, fam.
Yeah.
Let's say that starting three, Ekitike, Isak, and Elise is the starting front three, yeah? We still need another striker then.
You need to buy one for one rotation, yeah.
You need a striker, and then you still need another left winger as well, unless Gakpo stay, which
Or bring someone from the academy.
Sobo right back.
The academy strikers stink.
We're talking about strikers, but why you bring up right back? I beg, do it again. Now, again. Run it. Just beg to kick him out, please. Just kick him out.
We're speaking about
time out.
You throw Sobo's name around. What are you doing there?
Unless you want to play Sobo at striker, bro.
I was lucky I didn't call him out of his sleep to tell him about Sobo's performance at right back. He's lucky this time. He honestly,
I'm surprised you didn't call me, bro.
Bro, listen, I just understand, that like Kyle again, adamant. You see the adamant. This is the buzzword today. Adamant. You know what I'm saying? Kyle, that's another one. Just saying, another one for the club's best right back.
Can we remind about Barnsley, please? You remember Barnsley?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you'd rather see Sobo play right back than a fit Frimpong or Bradley?
Yep.
Are either of them fit?
Hold on, Ram, you're saying yes as well.
That's what Monst believes, bro. Do you think I believe that? Do you think
that's not what I said. If Frimpong's fit, Sobo can play midfield. 100% he can play midfield. He can play midfield anyways.
So
but people hate to admit he's just as good at right back. He is a wonderful right back. He's wonderful right back. Like, do you know what I'm saying? A wonderful right back.
Well, man
telling me about Barnsley. Like when Sobo didn't go right back against Barnsley, you weren't cooking. Bro,
he wasn't cooking, bro. He was thinking. Do you remember that left winger? Left winger was
right. No, it wasn't. He was stinking in the midfield. He was stinking in that midfield.
Against Barnsley.
No.
Yeah, you will never see it, innit? You will never see it. He started well. Man's back. He's all back. He's the ball.
As an emergency, bro. As an emergency, I hear it, but not for like a sustained period.
It's almost like right back. Yes or no?
I would go this far. Yeah, if Liverpool ever played three at the back, I could see Szoboszlai playing right wing back
because he's a right midfield, right wing back.
You don't need to understand. Yeah, you don't need to understand. You lot, I get it. You see him perform against top teams at right back, have great games. The second you see the Galatasaray game that weren't even that bad, you see one or two other, not even one or two. He's not played. He hasn't had 3 bad games at right back this season. To be fair, he hasn't played too many games at right back. But there's more evidence to show that he's a good right back than he is a bad right back. And because you lot Lovechild has been good in centre mid, that's and
he's a centre mid. What are we doing?
Like, you lot can't understand it. Playing at right back isn't like, I think, is it like a bruise to you lot's like ego? Like, is it a bruise to the ego? That, like,
no, I have, bro. Everyone knows who my favorite player is, bro. It's not even that.
In school, no one wakes up and says, "I want to be a right back." I hear it. No one wakes up in school and says, "I want to be, I want to be Maldini." No one says that. You know what I'm saying? No one wakes up and says, I want to be Trent. No one says that. I hear
Trent might be a bad example because they probably are.
I'm
The
just saying,
thing with what Mons is saying has got some truth behind it, to be fair, because hang on, because it means you've got to have great technical ability to play multiple positions.
Oh,
because a good technical footballer,
look at his face.
a good technical footballer can play multiple positions.
do you agree with that, Mons?
say that again. He is good footballer. He's a very versatile footballer. He is James Milner.
No,
don't
switch it. You've got to be very good technically to play multiple positions. Do you agree with that, Mons?
I think he's technically sound.
There it
is. No, he doesn't want to do it.
Big up, Jamie, because you didn't even realize you opened a can of worms there, but you opened it. Big up, Jamie.
No. He is. Soboslai is technically sound. When the game
he's up there with
when the game is in front of Soboslai, when the game is in front of him, he is technically very good.
Cal, I could really piss off.
There you go, Cal.
Right now. I could piss him off right now. I bet like he could play right back and centre of it, like full back and centre of it, like what Alaba used to do, innit?
I'm not saying that.
The reason,
but guess what? Alaba can actually play in tight spaces.
Whoa! Sobo can.
No, we can't play in tight spaces. What are you talking about?
No, I don't think he can play in tight spaces. No,
Ram, stop lying. This is what I said to you. This is you lot's boyfriend, man. I promise you. This is you lot's boyfriend.
Everyone knows.
You lot got a call up on your.
I like Szoboszlai a lot, but he can't play in tight spaces.
But all the Alaba tight spaces.
No. I understand you. As our good friend, Ram just lied to me.
Not great.
Lied to me. Ram, you literally just lied to me. You lied to me.
You lied to your face.
You did, Ram.
What do you mean?
You bare face lied. You lied to me.
No. He took what I said. I said he's technically very, very good.
No. You said he can play in tight spaces. You just lied to me.
Out of all of our midfielders, him or Mac's the worst at playing in tight spaces. Grav can do it.
Mac can play in tight spaces before this season. Now Mac can't play in tight spaces.
Mac can pass his way out of tight spaces.
I don't think Mac can get
but that's still part of playing in tight spaces. You see
I don't think Mac's great playing in tight spaces.
I never said he was amazing at it. I just said he can do it.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
He can do it, but he's not great at it.
No, exactly. So that
don't look good, but he
that doesn't mean he can.
All right, it's like me saying flipping a player can hit a long ranger. Anyone can hit a long range, but can you do it on a consistent basis?
Exactly. So they can't. So yeah, exactly. So on a weirdo basis, yeah. No, not even you can. You have. You've done it before. Don't mean you can do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Big up Beans on Toast. Double line. Have you liked the stream? That goes for everyone. Have you all liked the stream? Shout out to Ren says, at the start of next season, Mac will have played 8 years non-stop football. He's an accident waiting to happen. Sell him before the inevitable pop down. I hear it. Shout out to ROTR14 for your super chat. Appreciate. Shout out to Alex says, would you swap Mac Allister for Camavinga with Real Madrid?
No.
And then bring
injury prone.
Hell no.
His injuries have killed him, bro.
I'm going to repeat the question. Would you swap Mac Allister for Camavinga and bring in Wharton?
No,
I wouldn't have Camavinga nowhere near this team,
bro. But that's the problem. Look,
I'm not saying I'd buy Camavinga because of the injuries, but if you're swapping him for Mac Allister and bringing me Wharton, I'll run it.
That's one of the main victims of the cow curse is Camavinga.
Wow.
Am I lying? Lying? What? Don't do that.
That was like an RKO.
Camavinga at Real Madrid has been at his best when he played left back.
Hey.
Oh, not at times when he played at centre mid.
Hey, listen, if Robbo goes and Tsimikas go, hey.
Yeah, play Szoboszlai left fullback, innit?
No, Camavinga can cover there. And Slot a bit. How about that? Beans and Toast says, if you have a vowel or consonant in your first name, smash the like button. Pick out yourself, Beans.
So that's everyone, basically.
Beans and Toast.
Bartha says, lads, hearing Jamie's argument for LFC not wanting high quality competition for spots in the 11, how do you explain Ekitike and Isak make it make sense? Oh, I can, because that's the only one in the whole squad where I think there is genuine competition. And secondly, we only moved for Ekitike because of the tragedy with Jota, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like Isaac was always.
Sorry to cut you down. I don't think the club saw it as high quality competition for those two. I think we saw it as Isak's the main guy, Ekitike is an up and rising star.
Yeah.
Ekitike just really adapted. He's exceeded expectations beyond belief.
And that's what's happened because, as you said, Isak was Liverpool's #1 choice throughout the summer. Even at the end of the season, we heard rumours about it, didn't we? So it was always Liverpool's #1 goal was Alexander Isak.
You only had to have a look at the behaviour of the manager. As soon as Isak was half fit, Ekitike
he got in the team,
and Ekitike was playing better.
If Jota was still alive, I don't think we would have bought Ekitike.
Neither do I.
So for that reason, we went and got Ekitike because they saw him as a superstar in the making. I think what's taken Liverpool by surprise is actually how well and how he's adapted and how good he actually is so early.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it earlier. That makes me worry about Isak now because Ekitike is now undroppable. You know, you can't drop him right now.
Yeah.
And when people have a layoff, no matter how good they are, and someone comes in, it does make you worry about that person now having to come back and try and outdo him. So that's why I was concerned about Isak's future earlier. It's not that I don't want them both here, I do. It's just I get concerned about these sort of things. Yeah.
Big up Ty says, let's get one thing clear. Liverpool Football Club is never sacking a manager who wins the league one season and the Champions League next. Can Monts grow a beard? No one's blessed to be able to do it, but I'll ask.
Wow. Poor Monts, man.
Well, why is Monts getting shade and he ain't even here, bro? What the hell?
This one came in while he was here. Strictly Football says, Szoboszlai is a great right back. I don't get the stigma. That must be Monts' burner account.
Bruv, oh my God. This is what this. Can we establish this, right? Can we establish this? Yeah. Montel, I'm gonna use Montes like full government name. Montel wants Szoboszlai a right back to prove a point that he is actually a right back, not a centre midfielder. He believes Szoboszlai is a right back, not a midfielder. Like I'm not falling for Montes Fugazi analysis of Szoboszlai. I'm sorry.
It's just the way football's going where you see it a lot now. They want footballing fullbacks now, don't they? That's the way football's going. So a lot of midfielders are getting turned into fullbacks, and it becomes their position now. So, but we're supposed to Stevie G could play right fullback. We saw it in the Champions League final. He played it quite a few times, but no one in the world wanted him playing right fullback. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if still kept him in midfield.
Steven Gerrard played right back for Liverpool. He'd actually be world class at right back.
Yeah, he would, but you'd want him still in midfield because that's his best position.
He literally be world class.
I'll tell you this, right? If you're a very good box to box midfielder, I'm sorry, playing as a right back should be bread and butter for you in this modern game. If you look at all these decent box to box midfielders.
But Gerrard have everything in his he could cross, he could tackle, he could head.
Yeah, but Cal, Gerrard could play in every single aspect of the pitch except goalkeeper. That's him. He could play centre back if he wanted him to.
He wouldn't do well at centre back.
Good technical.
He would.
Good technical athletic. All good technical athletic midfielders.
Libero, ball playing centre back.
Can play right back. You know, if you look at Szoboszlai, you look at Valverde, you look at Nunes at Man City. All technically good athletic midfielders can play right back in this day and age.
I hear it. Kojo, bro, we're literally gonna wrap up now, bro. So I'll give you a shout, Kojo. Even if you're around next week, we can get you to jump on the show as well.
It's the Szoboszlai stuff. It's the Szoboszlai stuff.
Bro, Sobo is a better P star than centre midfielder, stamina merchant. That's crazy.
Oh, don't do that.
Crazy.
Nico O'Reilly was a midfielder. If you're a technically gifted midfielder with athleticism, in today's football, you can play fullback.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like Conor Lima, like Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, exactly.
Massive shout out to LFC Sai, who's just granted 5 memberships. If you receive one of those guys,
give Sai
a massive thank you. Look, people, we are going to wrap up there. I'm going to be heading over to Never a Foul for about half an hour while my voice survives still. Please, guys, do smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out Jamie's channel. The link will be in the description. Check out Ram's channel. The link will be in the description. And also check out Monty's channel. Link will be in the description. Jay, you got anything else coming up today? Obviously, the people know what we've got later, but just let them know just in case.
I got the Vibe show tonight. I was meant to have I've got a new coffee morning show coming out every morning at like 10 a.m., 9 a.m., whenever it is. And I was meant to start it today, but I thought I was meant to be doing something today. Then it ended up I didn't, which was like the greatest thing of all time. And so I had to cancel that, but it'll be live tomorrow. But tonight, yeah, the Vibe show, obviously, at 10:30 and Big Up.
I'll tell it on Big Up. And are you going on you going YouTube before that show?
If I've got time, I will, but it's crazy at home. You know, it's like that.
I do know what it's like. Ram, you got anything coming up today? Any gaming or anything, bro?
Not today, but tomorrow it'll be a double upload. Liverpool versus Man City preview, and obviously the Friday night gaming stream with Drifty as well. So that will be coming up tomorrow. As always, every Friday.
I've got my catcher card now, so I can't wait to get involved.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Cal, we're waiting on you, bro. That's it.
I need
That's
a new laptop, brother. Might be waiting a while.
He needs a new laptop. He needs a game station as well. Secondly,
man. You're gonna be waiting a while for me, Ram, bro.
Cal's waiting till they give him out for free. That's what.
Yeah. I know we're gonna deny it. Like, Jay knows me well. Guys, please do smash the like button. Jay, Ram, big up to yourselves. Appreciate you. Big up to N who's in the chat as well.
Yeah,
people, until we see you again. You'll see us later for the Man City preview, and then you'll also see us on Jamie's channel on Big Up as well. So please make sure you switch on the notification bell. People, until we see you later. Stay safe, stay blessed. Kopish, we're out. Take care.